I feel a lot of shit been hitting me at once. Tired of the stress until my roller runs. I feel the love, but they hate just as much. Hoes want attention, they don't get enough. I get the lean, I don't do no double cup. Keep some OG in the raw, make sure it's stuff. Take my time with this shit, can't never rush. Just hit a lick on my shit for the bucks.
I've been smoking on Za before I jumped off the stage. Nike tech, I'm from them buildings. You get shot for these ears. While you begging for attention, get a grip, no one cares. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Now it's money in the air. Yeah, this that Zaza, I know you smell it in the air.
That Zaza.
Yeah, bust her ass, I ain't even need a fear. Ethicals to hold my nuts. Remy Cup, no, this ain't bad. Tell her drop that ass one time. Hit the gas, make it tear. Yeah, make it rain if it stain. Then it's up, leave a pup. If it's stuck, send your father, phone them up. Backwoods, kick the Marleys in the raw, they come in clutch. Don't know nothing about such and such. Don't know shit, I'm off a bus.
I feel a lot of shit been hitting me at once. Tired of the stress until my roller runs. I feel the love, but they hate just as much. Hoes want attention, they don't get enough. I quit the lean, I don't do no double cups.
Yo, High Society Podcast, episode 67. Yeah. We on 67, right?
68, man.
68?
I think it was 68, man.
Nah, it can't be 68, is it?
No, I think it's 68.
About to check.
It's 68.
Well, look, man, we on High Society Podcast, man. I'm your host, B High. We got host Sash24 in the building,
good?
man. We got a
good?
very, very special guest in the building with us today. You know what I mean? It's my boy, man, Chad Piff.
What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for having me.
Definitely.
The modern day hippie in the building.
In the building, in the flesh.
For
Yes.
real, thank you,
Happy
man.
to be here.
The modern day hippie, Chad Piff. Now look, when I first see your name, Chad Piff, like you smoke Piff? Like you still smoke Piff?
Yes, I'm all about legalize it. I am a whole connoisseur of the marijuana movement.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things, you know. I guess we're gonna break down into some deep stuff on the jump. You get charged more for drinking does so much worse to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we won't get into that.
No. Like that's a fact. I say that a lot. Like drinking, person to go home and beat their wife drunk, or get in a car wreck and kill a bunch of people drunk.
Word.
Get into all type of violent fights drunk, and like that. It just take you to a whole nother level. But
and it's crazy. Like, I'm sorry, because you know that they saying that it's decreasing opiate use. So the opiate
marijuana,
use,
right?
Yeah,
especially edibles and stuff.
And
like
so
that
people
too.
that are addicted to opiates and stuff like that, it's actually going down the use
Because
of opiates
of
because of the medical marijuana.
See, that's a good thing.
It's a beautiful thing. See,
We're switching to crackheads.
it's a
up.
beautiful thing.
Not a crackhead no more. You're feeding for edibles.
Yo, speaking of that, you gotta check something out, bro. Speaking of crack, check something out on Netflix, bro. Crack Down.
Yo, I keep seeing that.
Bro.
Is it really
Crack Down?
good?
Oh my God, it's crazy. They break down how crack cocaine came just into the black community, man. They broke
I'm
that
gonna check that out.
down,
We'll
bro.
talk about that next week. I want to check that out. That sounds dope. But Chad Piff, man, take us back to, you know what I mean, you's an artist. You know what I mean? But take us back to where it all started from. Where did you get your inspiration to become an artist from?
I got my inspiration from pretty much growing up in like East Orange, growing up in like Orange, growing up in the Oranges, pretty much New Jersey, being Caribbean, being Haitian, listening to like my dad's old records, watching like the Fugees and stuff like that, and like, you know, hip hoppers like that come up. So I grew up with a lot of that, and seeing that as like a kid was just like, whoa, like your biggest dream, like dang, like these guys really came from the same street, you know, that I rode my bike on, like they went to the same store, same shop, right? And now, you know.
And now they made it,
Now they made it, you know.
It gives you a sense of, like, that's why I think we need more. We need more, a newer generation of that artist from the Essex County, Passaic County area. You know, they had Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap was a big. He came out for Patterson. He did a great thing. Like, gave a lot of people inspiration. But I think we need more.
Way more.
We need
way
more.
Way more.
Yeah.
I think Fetty Wap actually, I respect what he did. A lot of people say he if I could say, shot his load because he had a lot of songs on that album.
I
but
think so. I think it wasn't his fault though.
I don't think it was his fault either, especially when you're dealing with a label.
Yeah.
But Fetty Wap, like, he broke a lot of records.
Yeah.
Fetty Wap is a lot of these kids' dads. You know what I mean? Like, of course, there's the guys that came like before him that, you know, do the singing stuff. But like Fetty Wap, like that sound right now, if you keep it really, really G, like that first album, you can compare it a little bit with.
Who would you guys say do a similar sound to what he did back in?
Oh, you talking about back in the day?
No. No. Now that do it because back to 2012 was basically back in the day. It's crazy to think about it like
crazy.
that. But
that's crazy.
who would you say in now's generation does what Fetty Wap did back in 2012? Because I can't really think. P&B is interesting.
P&B. That's what I'm saying. Like they was like neck and neck at the same because but I think Fetty
I would say
out,
that new guy, he has that song, I think it's Heart on My Sleeve. He's doing that type of style.
Rod Wave.
He floats. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
But every time I see it, I hear him, I'm like, damn, I want to just go outside and hit the corner or something.
But that's for real. It's dope. Like you said, being Haitian, like when the Fugees, are those particular that particular group, did that really do it for you? Did they show you like not only can I come out as a Jersey artist, but as a Haitian artist as well?
Yeah, because back in the day, it wasn't really cool to be from like Haiti, even like Africa. Like, yo, when I don't.
Nah, you.
If you grew up like in like, if you went to what they call East Orange High, and you was Haitian, dog, you was running home. Like, dead ass. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. HOL and all that stuff happened. But it took a lot of time before like it got accepted. But I think what happened was people did their research and realized like, damn, this little ass country is the reason we all here now. They went in there and kicked ass. The biggest Navy ship. They didn't have any Navy ships. You know what I mean? This was people with spears, bats, coconuts, and mangoes.
Yeah. Taking pride.
Taking pride. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of I think you're right. Like I think just on the surface as is like being here in New Jersey and being in school and being Haitian, I believe it's just a thing because we had another artist up here talking about similar to that. He's from Elizabeth, and it's usually a divide between the African American blacks and the Haitians. You know, it's usually a rift there. I just felt like maybe it was a thing where you said, you know, if you was Haitian, you had to run home. Maybe it's just a lack of understanding on the African American side.
I think that's what it is.
Just not knowing the culture, not knowing,
it's ignorance.
It's just ignorance. And then another part of it is the Haitian side starting to form together and stand up for themselves. And be like, nah, we cool too. We doing our thing too. And it just becomes. And now today, I don't really see it like that no more.
Now it's like the coolest thing. Every rapper in the world, I got my Zoes with me. Zoes.
That's another part of it too.
That's another,
The Miami culture.
That Miami culture is crazy. Like Haitian people run it down there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You look at like those guys like that run with like wasn't it E-Class or something
not
like
sure.
that. I may be wrong, but I don't think I've seen them guys in different cars. Like in the same car every season, like
yo,
you know, like
Haitian culture in Miami is unbelievable.
I was just talking to somebody about it yesterday. Yeah,
but
she's from Miami. She was telling me about that.
The African, Jamaican, like that Caribbean. I know I'm missing like Trini. Like I think it's everybody though that kind of went through that. You know, some of them are highlighted a lot more.
Yeah,
because of jokes. You know what I mean? Unfortunately,
yeah.
But I mean, we live in a society where. I mean, now certain jokes you can't say, but there's certain jokes we could say now we couldn't say back then, and there's certain jokes we could say back then that we can say now.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't make a joke about homosexuality now, and it's okay. You're getting canceled. Back then, super cool.
Yeah.
But back then, it's like you could make a joke about, I don't know, something else, but I'm I'm just trying to make a.
Nah, even if you listen to the songs, I get it.
Yeah,
even
you
listen to the songs, some of the songs, you hear some of the lyrics, I'm like, that'll never work now.
Oh, that would never work now.
They
you
would
know what I
never
mean?
be. And then you listen, they say it so casually and so regular, and it was just okay then. I'm like, that
Dave
would
Chappelle would have
never
been
work.
killed in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, they would have hung him.
But that's because content, right? Content it just took another level. Like,
Yeah.
content is everywhere. Like it's it's mainstream from social media to everything. So you're gonna see more. So you're gonna hear more.
Yeah.
And they're gonna stretch the envelope more and more. It just that's how it is gonna be.
But
You know what I'm saying?
how do you guys feel about that? Like, we live in a society where it's like people get canceled. Certain things you can say, certain things you can't say. This person can say this person can say that.
I feel that, to be totally honest, I feel like people should be able to say anything they want unless it instead of like inciting violence or riots or something like that. Anything that's immediate danger to somebody. Like, no, you shouldn't be able to say that. But as far as, to be honest, bro, I feel like you should be able to say it. Because if you say you can't say this thing, but then you can say this thing, but how is you to determine which is more important and who feels more offended by it?
True. Like the N-word.
Yeah, like
That's
the N word,
such
the
a-
F word, the C, all these words. I feel like
Touchy subject.
it's so much gray area when it comes to these different words that I just feel like, listen, say whatever you want to say. If you say it in front of the wrong person,
You gotta
and
deal with the consequences.
and they probably feel some type of way about it, hey, that's on you. You got to
Yeah.
make your own judgment of when you should say certain things.
Yeah.
But as far as canceling people for things they say, I don't agree
Like,
with
people
that.
are pulling up people's old tweets.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's
you know
why
what
I don't
mean?
agree with that because that's
I don't
freedom.
agree with that
that's a
either.
freedom of speech. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
like, for example, what's her name? The Doja Cat. chick.
Yeah, okay.
Now she said some wild racist
did.
songs and all that stuff.
But
Now-
she's good now.
But that's cool. Like now, as far as me,
I get it.
I
She's
see-
good now, though.
Yeah. As far as she's
Came out with a
good in the
feature and everything.
in the mainstream, they still mess with her. But as far as me, I won't support her.
Yeah.
I'm
But
on the same.
that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool with me. I'm not sitting there. I'm not gonna get on the soapbox like, why y'all still messing with Doja Cat? No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not gonna support it, and that's my right. Just like it's her right to say whatever she want to say.
Yeah.
But she has to deal with the people who not gonna be her fans after that.
She in the
It
Proud
is what
Boy
it is.
chat rooms, and
Tell me about it.
she was in the chat room. She was in the chat room with the people that flooded the Capitol.
The Capitol.
Capitol building. We gonna get to the Capitol
Yeah.
building, but before we get to the Capitol building, I want to know, like, that you play instruments as well.
Yes.
What type of instruments?
Go down the list.
All right, so we're gonna get into this. We were talking about this in the car. I
go
talk
down-
a lot. So
Go down the list, man.
my main thing, of course, is the guitar. The electric guitar is
Okay.
what I do. Rock and roll all the way. Other than the electric guitar, I can play the bass. We have the keyboard, the drums, percussion. Now, I don't know how skilled still I am in my string instruments.
Okay.
I've touched the viola before, but the cello I was getting pretty crazy with. But I did stop, which was not smart. But maybe I'll get back into it. Because, that shit is not the easiest thing to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I come from a...
So what's the cello, real quick, for people that don't know? That's
a cello is like think about a violin that sits up.
I know exactly what it is.
Okay. And you have to like position
Yes.
yourself like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
And
It'd
then
be
you
like
play-
if you go to, I imagine somebody, you go to a nice restaurant and a lot of wood around and just somebody standing in the corner playing.
Yes.
That's what I imagine.
Yeah, a cello would definitely be in a nice little restaurant you walk into.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I imagine.
A lot of diamond stores use that.
Okay.
If you walk in like K Jewelers, it's usually like some type of,
So like, what made you like start picking up all these instruments and start like, what made you have that urge?
I'm starting to realize this year that I'm a nut. There is something wrong with me.
Hey,
Nah, shit. Listen,
I mean,
something wrong with me too.
Yeah.
to play all them instruments, like normal people aren't wired that way to play that many instruments. I look at people who that musically inclined as it's like extraterrestrial, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You
in
know
my
what
book.
led to it though? Honestly, the first thing I ever played in life, like musically, was a recorder. I don't know if you know what a recorder is. It's like a flute, but it's not. It's like a terrible sounding flute. But if you can get somebody that can really play, I know this one kid. He's the best recorder. He plays that thing like a flute.
Yeah.
But it comes with like a coloring book sometime as a kid, and you literally, it's the worst sound ever. So I started doing that, and then I was just switching the notes up a little bit. So I'm like, all right, so we're gonna turn this into a drum. So I pretty much used my imagination and created like my own musical studio, I guess, as a kid.
Wow.
So the pan was the drum, the recorder was a saxophone. So my parents and my family start noticing. So you start getting toy guitar, toy keyboard.
Yeah.
So I find this big ass drum. Me and my cousin find this big ass drum in the side of the building. Like, it was like God's gift, like a spotlight. We looked outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's a fucking drum. We ran down there, cleaned it all. It was a huge bass drum. We never stopped banging this thing. So I'm like, you know what? I can play the drums now.
Yeah.
So I go to like some type of guitar center type place. I sat on the drums and I started playing. So my grandmother took heed. So, oh, now we're going to go to this little church, blah, blah, blah. Because my parents grew up Catholic, but there was this little Baptist church on the side.
She was going to show you off.
Oh, yeah, she showed me off. So I go to this church. Listen to this. And David Solomon, if you're watching this one day, I'm sorry. I go to this church, right? There's a bass just sitting there.
Yeah.
There's this dude. His name is Ricardo. When I say this man was playing like some Summer Walker, like smooth, I'm like, yo, I gotta learn. I gotta learn how to play. So I'm going up there because I'm into music. He's like, yo, you know how to play the bass? My dumb ass. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, great, play right there. We're in the key of C. I'm like, oh shoot.
What the fuck is the key of C? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what I'm doing. No lie, I went the bass. Ricardo could tell I can't play. He just shows me to hit this, this, and this. I touched it, started playing. History. I'm now a musician.
Yo, that you know what's so crazy about that though, because a lot of people, well, pretty much nobody noticed about me. But when I'm transitioning from 8th grade to 9th grade, I'm in the band, right? So
what school?
In Malcolm X Shabazz High School.
Best band ever.
So
he's showing off.
No. I'm not showing. Trust me, I am not showing off. Trust me.
Only the greatest band
Trust me,
ever lived.
I am not showing off about it. Trust me. You gotta hear the rest of this. Trust me. So, you go through the little when you first start. You trying to figure out where you're gonna be, what instrument you're gonna play, and all that.
Yeah.
I wanted to play the drums. It's the coolest shit ever. I didn't realize how hard it was to play the drum. I'm thinking you could just sit there and hit and just get a beat. That shit is so different. Like I don't think people realize how hard it is to play these instruments. It is not easy at all.
What was you off on? Like what was
the whole thing? Like you can't.
You didn't make the squad.
Bro, they gave me a they gave me a dummy instrument, like some shit that basically don't even work. Like some shit, it works. No, it's the what the fuck it's called? It's like a black flute almost, like a clarinet.
Okay.
The uncoolest instrument ever.
Nah, you get busy with the clarinet.
I mean, you get busy, but what I'm saying is,
At
in
that
the
time,
band, no one can hear the clarinet
At all.
You feel me? So I'm like, nah, I don't want to play no fucking clarinet. Like, nah, I can't play no clarinet, man. I'm like, I can't get one of these horns and sound like that. Like, nah.
At least a
trumpet,
trombone.
right?
Yeah, like, you gotta get something cool. Like, you feel me?
Something manly and
Yeah,
black.
like, I can't do
black
that.
man
man.
out here playing clarinet.
But like, yeah, you can't hear no clarinet. I can't do that. But yeah, like a lot of people like reading music though. Like, do you read music?
All right, here's my thing about reading music. I'm going to spill this out now. Now, I can read music now. At the time I was learning everything, no. I did not know how to read music.
So it's just all off of feel. Basically.
It was off of feel and memory.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, I passed, dang, my teacher's probably going to watch this one day. All right, so I had this one teacher. In order to, after I graduated, like, I went to, like, a trade school, so I was trying to go to this other school. I'm not going to promote them because they have to pay me. But I wanted a scholarship, so you had to learn the song, read the notes. Bro, this song was like 20-page song from the Middle East somewhere. So I'm just like, I cannot play this. I Googled the song and memorized the song within a week span. Showed up to this place, played it perfectly. The dude knew, like, you memorized it, didn't you? I'm like, no. He's like, you're in. And literally was going to like classes and stuff and did not know what anyone was talking about. But when it was time to play, like I just knew to memorize it.
See, that's what I mean.
Musically inclined.
Yeah, that's something different.
You had it oozing out of you, bro.
But you know what the secret was? Well, one of the things, Lord of the Rings, right, was one of my favorite movies. I'd watched all 3 of them.
It's still to this day.
I never seen it. Be honest with you.
Watch it.
You gotta watch. It's a nice story.
You into that type of stuff?
Well, not necessarily. Continue your story.
So Lord of the Rings was my favorite movie. Come to find out, when I walk into class, we sitting there, it's the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm never coming to class now. I'm just gonna watch the movie. And it was literally all the songs from the movie. I never went to class. I showed up, went to the bathroom, and never showed back up.
Yeah.
About my day. People were just like, yo, I was about to say my real name. Yo, Chad, you're not coming to class. How you gonna pass the exam? Like, bro, I'm going to memorize it. And I literally did that.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's dope, man. Determination, man.
Determination. It wasn't
determination.
It was working harder a little bit, not smarter, because you're not prepared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're a young kid in college. You're not thinking about the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
Yeah.
I know. Y'all
Lord of the Ring soundtrack to memorize. How many songs was that? Like probably in the whole movie. It's a long ass movie.
It's a long movie.
How many songs was that? Damn, that's a good question.
It's a long movie. Kid.
So you had to memorize all the songs?
It's a lot of songs.
Well, let's put it like this. I was in the percussion section.
Okay.
So when you're reading the music, you could tell when your spot's gonna come.
Okay.
So
percussion, can you explain that? Because I don't.
Well, percussion's like drums.
Okay.
So
if I could put it like this, all the black kids was in the percussion section.
So is that like the break, like when the beat
No, I should say like the crack, anything drums related, rhythm, anything that you got to bang on.
Okay,
I could say it's percussion.
Gotcha. So they got that's why you say they got the black people in the rhythm.
We was all in the rhythm section.
Rhythm, you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, we were all the bad ones. Smelled like weed back there. It was just like
we got rhythm.
The percussion section.
That's funny.
So it was only certain parts that we were on, and then this Lord of the Rings. This is a brass bass, brass section mainly.
Yeah, so basically
we only played about maybe out of 12 songs, probably like 15 songs, maybe 6 songs. You know, one of my things was literally
I get what you're saying.
I was out, y'all.
I'm done.
So do you know how to play saxophone?
No, I just see the wind instruments. I do not know how to play the saxophone. Yeah. That is my next thing. I got a friend, Emmanuel. He's very skilled with the sax. But the wind instruments,
see, I regret that. Somebody tried to teach me to play the sax, and I was like, man, I ain't doing that.
Nah, if
I could play the sax.
Saxophone, that's like one of the best instruments
you can play.
In my opinion, that's one of the best. Not necessarily the sound, it's just the sound brings it's like, you know what I mean? You play that for your woman or something.
You're for it, man.
Yeah, it's a very nice.
Fellas, little tip. You want to make your woman happy, hire a saxophone player and just let him show up somewhere. I don't care if it's dinner. Just show up somewhere and boom.
Crazy.
That's
a great idea. Long time.
Put
that on the Rolodex. Fellas across the world. Everyone who's watching here. Yo, Smokers Club, John, Paulie.
So you taking a break from hip hop music, I see?
Yes, I am. Now we're gonna talk about the meat and potatoes. Taking a break from hip hop. I don't know for how long.
Why would you want to take a break from, in my opinion, the greatest genre of music ever?
It is the greatest genre of music. So when I say break, I mean hip hop is evolving.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So I'm not going to be the one sitting left in at the train station while the train is going. So where I see hip hop really kind of going right now is like 2 different ways. It's either gonna get, either you like the rappity rap or you like in the singity sing. Now the singity sings guys and the rappity rap guys are at a civil war right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not necessarily.
No, I get what you're saying.
But it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of confusion. Is Post Malone a rapper? Is this guy a rapper? Is this guy a singer? Is this guy what? Is this guy that? But they're categorizing it all together and calling it rap. For say hip hop or whatever. So I just seen that going on, and I was just like, you know what? Let me let them battle that. I don't think that's my battle. You know what I mean? I think the world deserves a lot more than people arguing about, you know, if this genre, if a 16 bar has to be a freestyle on the radio, if it's okay if you write it, if someone else writes your bars, is it considered? Because they don't do that in no other genre.
No.
Michael Jackson didn't write shit.
No. Beyonce either. She probably writes some, but she doesn't write.
Whitney Houston.
She writes a little bit.
Yeah,
She writes a little bit.
But
But
Whitney
Whitney Houston, like, she had a lot of writers.
Exactly.
But not the
You know?
not the cause I think the difference between singing, right? When you talk about singing, in my opinion, the voice is your talent.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's your instrument.
That's it. You don't have to be a good writer. Just because you're a good singer doesn't mean you can write a good song.
Facts.
And vice versa. A motherfucker could write a good song in his head and can't hit one note.
At all. Yeah.
But you could be the singer. I give it to you. A match made in heaven. Like your voice is the instrument. In rap, your voice is the instrument as well, but your words is just as equal, in my opinion. And the story and the backstory and everything that comes with it is just as equal. So that's why I see the difference is when people say, "Oh, singers don't write." So why compare, you know what I mean, the rappers that don't write as well?
Yeah.
That's just my thing. Like,
Yeah.
in rap, everything's a little
That's
more
very
even. Everything comes together as one to make the hip hop.
Yeah.
In R&B, your voice could carry the whole thing if
It
you have a
could.
great voice.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
No, it does.
That's facts.
But like definitely what he's talking about as far as the mix up in hip hop, as far as you got singing,
Yeah.
rapping.
Because I don't know,
Rap.
I'm not sure which is which. Like,
We don't know where hip hop is going right now.
Then you got the argument with the white rapper.
Which one?
All of them, you know, they say, you know, the white rappers came and they still the sound. Because, you know, the Benzino thing came up.
Yes, Eminem thing.
Benzino did a interview recently, and he disclosed his gripe with Eminem. You know, he said when Eminem first came out, he was afraid that the record labels was trying to whitewash hip hop, and to basically, you know, you got little Sally and Billy in their room, and they got Tupac on their wall. Father comes in, don't really want to see Tupac on his daughter's wall, but we could see Eminem's cool to put on your wall. So now you got the majority of America, which is white Americans, they buying into black culture. They buying into, if they want to listen to rap, they got to buy a Tupac album, Biggie Smalls album, Jay-Z album. But now they don't have to.
Yeah.
They could put all their focus and buy and only support Eminem if they want, and still listen to hip hop at the same time.
But you have to be talented, right? You gotta be
No, that's a
talented.
fact. Like,
Eminem had the talent.
He's talented.
He
though.
has
That's
the
the
talent.
thing, but
It's the fact, but
They tried it with
Honestly,
Marky Mark, right? The dude.
yeah, Marky Mark. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark, they tried it with him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It didn't work.
See,
he had a talent. So
even though Eminem has the talent, and I'm not saying that Eminem intentionally that like this is his agenda to do, but the fact that he is white, so like even if that's not his intention, that's what happens.
Yeah, it does suck that he's white, but it is. I do get what people saying, and it's the same thing. Like, yo, this is why you think the 3-point line is still there. Hey, man, we got to keep in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to say it's a bad stereotype, but it's what we live in. It's reality.
it's reality. Yo.
You know, like what's that boxer? All the old white guys like Rocky, blah, blah, blah.
Rocky Marciano.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the stigma of the great white hope. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's America. It's one of those things that always hangs on top of us. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a lot in hip hop, man.
Yeah. I feel like hip hop should be it should be, everybody should be included as long as you respect the culture. Like I like the new kid, what's his name? Jack Harlow.
He's tough.
Oh, he's tough.
His flow is crazy.
It's
I think he got a crazy flow.
Crazy.
Yes.
And he don't sound like nobody to me.
At all.
He got a witty little flow. His
To come
bars
from
is cool.
Louisville too. You know what I'm saying?
He's from
Like,
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes.
I'm
He's from
surprised at
Louisville,
what he did.
Kentucky.
Wow.
So like from someone
I
that
did not
come
know
from
that.
Louisville to Kentucky, it's just like
Oh, he's sharp.
He's sharp.
Not saying people from
But, like,
Louisville not sharp,
but look at
he's-
2K Baby, right?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
from
Where is
Louisville
he?
as well. He's from
I
out there as
wonder
well.
if that's his voice or is
So,
he doing
We
that.
gotta go to
But,
Louisville, y'all.
Jack Harlow. But other than that, I wonder if that's his real voice. But other than that, he cool.
Nah, he is cool. His
Because you
album
know
is sick.
Iggy Azalea, is that her name? Iggy
Yeah.
Azalea, you know that's not her real voice
I
that
know.
she raps in.
I know.
It's not that hard to rap in a different voice.
It's not.
So
How y'all
I
feel
just
about
wonder.
Iggy Azalea?
I mean, not even.
Top
I don't
five,
even really
top
want to bring
five?
her. I don't know. Like she. If she, I know we got kids back there, but if she not doing Pornhub, I don't care.
That's the truth.
I'm be honest.
Whoa.
I really don't. If she not,
The truth.
She's a mom.
she is. Shit, a
But
lot
she's
of them
going
are.
through.
Shit, shout out.
Yeah. Damn. All right. Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact. A lot of them are. No, I would
Fancy
invest.
was a hit though.
It was, but if I could be a fan of her that way, I would be.
You want to hear a funny story? I have a bunch of these weird celebrity encounter stories. So
Oh,
there's
word?
an Iggy Azalea one year before any of this stuff. So we're at Bamboozle, Asbury Park, New Jersey Shore.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Bamboozle,
Yeah. So we on the side of this shit, and it's literally Iggy Azalea, and I remember her manager, I think some guy named Buddha, some other guy, and she's literally right there, and I'm just like, yo, who is this artist? Blah blah blah. So she got on stage and started rapping. I'm like, yo, this is very interesting. With all like the little white girls,
Yeah.
loved it. It was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Iggy Azalea. But yeah, so and then you got stuff like that going on. No offense to Iggy Azalea, but her music's pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
just
saying?
Playing. It's just joke.
You know what I mean?
It's comedic relief. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Don't take.
I can't hoop in an industry like that.
Yeah.
Why is Iggy Azalea my peer? Like, no.
I feel you.
I
I
don't-
feel you.
And
man.
you know, also I think also like with you knowing how to play other instruments and the vibration of the sound, the
Yeah.
music and all that, I think you want to kind of start pushing the limit on that too. Like in a sense, with
Does
an
that
art.
transfer? Not to cut you off, but
No, we're talking.
and not even to bring back to the instruments part. But does the instruments? Do you playing instruments translate over to producing hip hop music as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. So half the like when I sing something like on a song, it's literally like a guitar solo, really.
Yeah.
So I would think that like when I'm making a beat, I usually do like the sound first, and then sometimes I would take out that sound and just take that flow, and that would be my verse. So when you play an instrument, so say we just got a regular boom bap beat, you know what I mean? Just out of nowhere, and then we put the guitar, so the guitar will be dum 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 dum. So I would sit there like, damn, I won't let the guitar do it. I'll say it. I'll be like, up into the sky, up into, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It'll do something like that, and then that all came from that one guitar lick. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
similar to like
Okay,
how
the melody,
yeah,
like the melody of
the
okay.
melody. It speaks to you.
So you basically turning the music into your voice and just merging the two, basically.
I turn vibration of sound into words.
It's dope. Vibration to sound into words. That's dope, man. Modern day hippie, man. I like that, man. It's
like
gonna
that a
be.
lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. We not gonna get to this if we don't just go to it, cause we gonna have a great conversation. And we only got an hour, so
Okay.
we
Let's
just
talk
gonna
about
start.
the important stuff.
So we just gonna switch up subjects, cause if we go in regular conversation,
And that's how it be on
Do
the Hot
be
Brother
like that.
podcast.
but I want to get to some of this stuff cause we got some good stuff on here that I want to get to, like the just a switch to the NBA, man. James Harden over to the Nets, man. This is crazy, man. How you feel about that? Like, how you feel about it being a
Man,
You know, I think is the way he did it in a sense is a little tacky. You know, a little tacky. Like Tuesday, like, oh, they ain't not good enough to win a championship to the media, and you know all that stuff. And the next day, you get like the way he did it. But I understand. You know what I'm saying?
He said he wanted out.
He wanted out. I understand. Just he could have did it a little bit better. He could have like holded it with a little bit more class.
I mean,
and
but at the end
professionalism.
of the, but he did tell them before the season
wanted
even
out.
started that he wanted out.
Yeah.
The organization reports came out that they said that they are willing to make it as uncomfortable as possible. I mean, we're willing to go like as far as he wanted to go, because he said he could make it uncomfortable.
I think the NBA doesn't treat James Harden as a superstar.
The NBA.
Yeah,
I mean, shit, he making $39 million this year.
that is superstar money.
Yeah.
But like, it's like every time you hear about him, it's you know that type
It's
of stuff.
negative.
It's very. I don't know who he upset. But it's not enough. Like, yo, this guy scored 39.
They talking
5
about
nights
his weight
in a row.
now. They talking about his weight.
His
Yeah, they would never
hair.
do that to LeBron James.
Yo, they said his beard. Yo, no lie. I'm watching ESPN. They were putting an analysis about his beard and about how he played when his beard is long and short. And I'm sitting there like, bro.
So you know what I think it is?
About right
Not that we even talking about, because I never heard nobody say that. But I think, like, we got superstars in the league, right?
Facts.
You got LeBron James, who's, whether you think he's the best in the league or not, he's the top guy.
Yeah.
So the only person who really hates on him on a daily basis is Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really the only one.
Of course, yeah.
But everybody else pretty much shows him his respect. Yeah, I mean, he does something, they get on him here and there. Then you got guys like Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. Those guys, they won championships, so you kind of give them a pass. Even Kevin Durant, when he going through the whole thing, they was on him too. It's kind of like you need someone to hate on.
Yeah.
You need someone out of
That's
the
how
pool.
it was with Kobe. You know what I mean?
Out of the
They hated
whole
Kobe
pool of
at first.
superstars,
Yeah.
you need somebody to pick on, basically.
So you think Harden is that guy to pick on right now?
Because he's the only one that's not as accomplished as the other ones. Him and Giannis. Giannis is next.
Yeah.
If
You're
he
right.
don't,
I'm
like
surprised
right now,
he stayed a little bit.
yeah. See, and that will help him as well. You know, people gonna like the media is gonna give you leeway on stuff like that because he stayed, because he's still sort of unproven. We don't really know what he could do yet. In
It
his
shows the
full
organization
capacity,
loyalty.
they're gonna give him a pass for now.
But you know what I like? What I see, and I see the narrative shifting in the NBA. What I mean by that is like these players are starting
They
to
can do what
understand.
the fuck they want.
Yeah, LeBron James.
I
is the
am
real
a
commissioner.
property. I'm not your property.
They
I'm
are.
my property. You
Yeah.
feel me?
It makes the NFL look like slavery, basically.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that's what's happening right now. It's a big ass shift. Like, all right,
Yo, it makes the
It does.
NFL. You can't do shit in the NFL.
nothing. You
Nothing.
on shackles, dog. You
You
like
can-
this. You know
You
what
can
I mean?
barely celebrate when you score.
Look at Kyrie. What he doing right now? What Kyrie doing
If
right
you
now?
did that as a wide receiver, I don't care if you the best wide receiver on the team. They're gonna send you home. It doesn't matter.
I do want Kyrie to play though with those two guys.
Yeah, that'd be.
Like it's like, all right, can you? Are we
Come
getting?
on, man.
Can we
I wanna
play?
see it. I
Like,
ain't gonna
all right,
lie.
that's
Understand? You're not the property. I understand.
I ain't gonna
We
lie. I
need to
did
go
my
fund me for
preview.
Kyrie Irving's fines.
I'm pretty sure like everybody else who plays 2K in the world
world.
did they preview already.
Oh, it's not. No, they don't let you play with Kyrie. I was stunned.
If you go on the franchise, you could play with.
You can
them.
play. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody did they preview. I think it was like 30,
probably
like
smoking
20,
teams.
It's like all 29 points a game basically between three of them. It's gonna be crazy on it.
What you play on?
But that now I play on Hall of Fame. But that's just a video game. That doesn't really, in real life you got chemistry and all that comes into play. But if they could get it together, like it'd be pretty unstoppable offensively.
That's what I'm saying. Chemistry though, they gotta get it together because
Chemistry,
That
like
chemistry would be crazy.
What they said,
I feel like Kyrie's more like a two though. Like he plays that one, but he gives me like that.
They said
that,
Kyrie Irving and Harden are the only players to have been investigated and fined for health and safety violations this season in the NBA.
yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
He need to play because
he made somebody upset.
How much he gave away, but see, no, I don't think Kyrie, he does that to himself. He did it to himself. You left for personal reasons, that's cool, but you violated the rules. You violated the rules. Now you getting fined up to $500,000.
900.
Kyrie is a pure example of a West Orange N-word.
I was just about to say that. West Orange. It's crazy, man. I wish I said, yo, shout out to West Orange, but
example
I wish.
of a West Orange N-word.
You said, I was about to say it.
Yo.
You went to 460. Y'all opened up 466 ain't even open.
I wish I knew he was in West Orange. When I would have rolled up on him like, man, let me hold a couple dollars, man. Since you're in the business of giving away $500,000 for nothing.
For nada.
Like, but why? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand. Like, why you have to be on camera if you knew this was against the rules?
That's West Orange N-word
So
for you.
All right, going a little deeper with that. Like,
All
what
right,
do you mean by that?
West Orange N-word. All right, so West Orange is a very interesting town. It's different parts of different cliques, just like any town. It's up the hill, down the hill, blah, 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 blah. But we all have similar characteristics. West Orange is one of those towns we're very proud and we're very show offy. Like you gonna know we did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, that's the car. Yeah, that's such and such. Damn, where you from? Yeah, you from West Orange somewhere. You know what I mean? We're one of those towns. Like the light was created in West Orange. So a lot of people take that to pride, and I think that's just in the air. Like people just do it and don't know it. You know what I mean? I mean, you'll get some parts of South Orange like that too, but go to Llewellyn Park and try to talk to those people. They're gonna treat you just how Kyrie's treating the NBA. Like, bruh, you know where I live. You know who I am.
Yeah,
I'm a West Orange word.
Yeah, I kind of look at like I'll be honest with you. When it comes to Essex County, me being from Newark, I only ever associated with either East Orange, maybe Orange. Yeah, East Orange, Orange. And that's it. West Orange and South Orange, like it's an understanding. That's a different place.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Like,
you cannot do the same things you do there.
When you drive up South Orange Ave, I mean, I said this before.
You get sweat. It changes
It's instantly. It's an instant change.
Yeah.
It's almost ridiculous. Like,
right when you pass Tuxedo.
it's ridiculous.
As soon as you pass Tuxedo, you're like, oh.
It's ridiculous. It's an instant switch from poverty to wealth. Instantly, like I was like, this shit is crazy.
College,
man.
like, oh shoot, kids are learning.
You
But
went
it's
to poverty
like
to the 1%.
it's no transition or nothing. It's like it's telling you, as soon as you cross this line, it's a different ball
World
game
famous
up here.
pizza store.
Word up, it's crazy, man.
But the rap that West Orange thing, it's just a show offy town.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me a lot like Bayside, like. What was that? 90210? That's
No,
the show.
Saved by the
Saved
Bell.
by the Bell.
Yeah,
Saved by the Bell, okay.
he
Because
comes
it's
off
like a mixed pot. I got you.
He
Yeah,
comes
it's
off
a melting
as
pot. Yep.
he comes off as someone who grew up a bit privileged. He doesn't come off as someone like a LeBron James.
Yeah, a West Orange word. Yep.
LeBron James come off as very appreciative of the position he's in. He doesn't look like a guy who's just gonna
Kevin Durant.
violate the rules.
Kevin Durant too.
Kevin Durant too. I don't see LeBron James showing up at a birthday party without a mask on with 50 people in there during this season. That's not gonna happen. No. He's not getting set out and missing like that. Nah, not a guy from Akron, Ohio.
Nah, not from Akron. From, you know what I mean?
Maybe
Nope.
West Orange, yeah.
Yeah, West Orange, absolutely.
Maybe a guy
No
like
mask,
that.
nothing.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe a guy who grew up like, what's this guy? Johnny Manziel. He would do something like that.
He would. He would.
It's a
Man,
difference in
yo.
mentality. You know, you had a little bit your whole
Gotta
little
check
life.
your
You know
ego,
what I mean?
man. Gotta check that ego, man.
But you gotta
Yeah.
understand for some people, life probably never really been that bad for them.
True.
So they, and not only if his parents never. I'm not saying he grew up rich. I don't know how he really grew up, but I'm pretty sure he'd been talented from a very young age.
Oh, absolutely.
And people seen that, and they
Where
took
go
care
to
of you. Like you
St.
know how
Mary's
it
or something
works.
like that?
Immaculate. He went to
Like,
first
but you
St. Mary's.
you know how it work when you a young athlete on that level.
Oh, yeah.
You don't gotta worry
Was he-
about shit.
I had
He
a
didn't go to
story.
college, right?
Yeah, I got a story, man. One time we was all at the skating ring right there on 109. Remember we used
Yeah.
to be popping up? You know, everybody used to go. I was with St. Pat's, a couple of dudes from St. Pat's, Rez, and all of them, Paris. We was
JC,
all of them dudes from St. Patrick's. We was chilling with them, and Kyrie came, and that's how Kyrie kind of started going to St. He went to St. Pat's because he always been chilling with them Eport dudes and all
Yeah.
that. So boom, he had his shorty there, his girl. So everybody chilling in the back. The shorty lay on Kyrie, right, on his legs. He was like, nah, get up. You can't lay on my legs. These $1 million legs.
He said that to her? Oh, West Orange.
So
$1 million legs. Man.
But he was like what,
He
15, 14?
He wasn't lying.
J.R. Smith wouldn't do that, though.
Hey,
J.R.
yeah,
Smith was
that's
at
what I'm
St.
saying.
Benedict shooting it from, he was grabbing the ball and just punching it and making it.
yeah.
He ain't doing that.
I guess you understand the West Orange N-word. I understand.
N-word,
I get
boys.
it.
Hey,
Not
man,
saying
shout
I'm
out
one.
to West Orange. Shout out to West Orange, man. Hey, if you got it, man, you that's how you living. Hey, shit. I can't say I wouldn't live like that if I was from West Orange.
West Orange isn't like that. Don't let the streets fool you.
I don't know, but yeah, we got some crazy news, man. It's like, what's up with rappers getting like murder charges and shit? Like, what the fuck is going on out here?
Yeah, man. And just like I didn't really want to know too much, but I just wanted to see what the hell he did, right?
sound crazy.
What did
Like,
Lucci did?
YFN Lucci,
right? YF. And what they said, it sound wild.
It sound like a movie.
It's a movie. It's wild. Like, and it's grimy. It's
And God
extremely
forbid he has a rap lyric that's anywhere close to what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, because they like to use, they definitely gonna use it. They gonna go back to your interviews, your social media,
Yeah, Vlad
everybody.
TV,
yeah.
whatever you said.
If that happened December 10th, they're gonna look at it what you did December 11th,
Everything.
12th, 13th, all the way.
But yeah, that's just crazy.
wild,
Like
man.
I hope everybody know they seen the reports already, but
Yeah.
like I just hope that's not true. Like I hope
Yeah,
you're
I
not
hope.
really into that. Like, cause it's just unfortunate, bro. Like
He's just getting started, you know?
yeah, you just getting started. You making money. You taking care of people. Like you don't want to get involved in that. Like you don't want to. You sometimes, man, you gotta just check your pride. I know
right
that
at the door.
pill
Yeah.
could be hard to swallow sometimes, but you gotta really think before you act.
Definitely do.
So let me ask y'all something real quick, right? With that. So you know how we always hear Atlanta's so together.
Yeah. No. No. That's not. I don't believe that's true.
I don't
I
think
rest my
that's the
case.
truth.
You know
I
what
don't,
I'm
I don't
saying?
believe like sometimes you might look at like Atlanta is one of them towns, cities now where
They really don't like each other.
well it's not even people from Atlanta that's there.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the
not really.
the Atlanta natives are probably together because
Yeah.
they all know each other, went to school with each other, grew up with each other. But the people who most likely all this stuff is happening not even from Atlanta. Like they are from. It's a melting pot. Like it's like New York now. Like Manhattan actually. Like
yeah.
it's all type of people from everywhere. In shit, it's the new York, Atlanta. It's the new.
I just don't understand
Everywhere.
why would you put yourself in that position.
And you're
right?
that type of a rapper.
You're that
Yeah.
rapper, or you're dating Lil Wayne's daughter.
A princess. He's the king.
You know what I'm
Lil
saying?
Wayne is the
He's
Like,
still
king, bro.
dating her. I don't think he's
yeah,
dating her.
no,
no
yeah,
They together. I mean, they together.
You know, they mess.
I ain't know, but
they
yeah,
together.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
but-
it's just like, yo, you got. Why are you in that situation?
Well,
like,
we don't know if he's guilty, but I hope not. Like I hope that young brother, man, he could be able to stay out here and continue to.
seriously, man.
Cause you know you got Casanova, who in a situation now.
Dang.
You
Yeah.
He trying to put up bail too.
Yeah, they trying to jerk him. They
So
don't want to let him
Casanova's
out.
in Rikers Island right now?
No, I
Nah.
believe
Oh, so like
he's a
Fed-
federal detention
yeah, 'cause it's
center.
a
He's in a
Fed-
federal
oh.
detention center. So yeah, he's not in Rikers Island. I think that would be even worse.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Cause it's like you just you basically full circle, like
The
back to
lunch
where you
line.
started.
Yeah.
yeah.
That got to be hard, man. Just sitting there after, like we seen him here, we met him here. He came here, he was upstairs shooting a video, and he had a lot of people with him. He had his wife, his daughter was with him.
Did he look real right though? Did he look like he had his everything together?
But this was before all this
Right bef-
came out. This was
Yeah.
probably like right before the winter
Yeah.
time. But I mean, he was normal, I guess. It was
yeah, he seemed
he was just
normal.
walking through.
Yeah.
But
Seem alert. You know what I mean? He was on.
yeah, you know, he has a lot of people. I know he take care of as well.
Oh yeah, just like any rapper. That
Yeah,
grew up in the
like,
hood.
you
you gonna
don't
take
wanna-
care of everybody.
Like,
That's
you
really
don't
the-
want to mess
that's-
that up.
No.
You don't want to mess that up.
But see,
man.
that could be the downfall as well, right? That you have so much responsibility. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where you kind of like going back to the decision making, you don't sometimes make the right decision because of that stress of taking care of everybody that you
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
it's
you
the
right.
gifts and the curse,
You right.
man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you kind of got to check yourself and kind of like.
I think it's a multiple of things, right? It's not only you can take care of people, but you gotta understand when you give off a certain image, like you gotta keep it real with your people. Like, nah, it's not what it is. I really don't have all that money. Like, I'm not about to sit here like, don't quit your job yet, bro. Like, no,
For real.
like don't. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, don't think this is what it is. Like, I'm not about to. Even if it's your mom's, your pop, whatever. Like, make sure you on some Jay-Z shit where
Yeah.
you could really take care of a motherfucker. Like,
Invest.
even if something happened to you,
Yeah.
like, make sure first, but don't start telling people quit their job and buy a house when you get your first rap check. Like,
Because that Lucci thing, he's not the trigger man, right? He's just
the driver, allegedly. He was
I
the
don't
driver.
know.
in
This
the
shit is
car.
crazy,
the wrong
man.
crowd, just that pride, that
Just
one
the wrong
friend.
situation,
Yeah.
then
wrong
you got
everything.
people as a rapper as well on the flip side of things. When you're a famous rapper, you know what I mean? You got people you don't know who's who. You don't know what's what. It's kind of like you blinded.
Yeah, like
'Cause
you don't know
people-
who's there for you, really though.
You can't really tell because not only you don't know who's a fan, who's somebody out to
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
You how would you know?
It's hard to trust
Everybody
people when
gonna
you got
know.
money.
especially like you touring and shit. Everybody know Chad Piff gonna be in New York December 8th. I got a problem with Chad Piff in my head.
Man.
He don't know. I know where you gonna be, what time you gonna be there. You don't even know me though.
That's the truth.
So I now want to come start a problem with you. Now you got to defend yourself. Who knows what happened?
And that's what been the issue in the hip hop genre. That's really what's been going on though.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Since
crazy,
Chinks,
man.
since rest in peace Chinks. That's how he got.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
people know where you're gonna be.
You get on and, you know,
It's sad,
pop
man.
smoke.
Yeah, man. That's why we
Sad.
just gotta, definitely let the white people raid Capitol Hill and do all that crazy stuff and sit back. Let's be peaceful, as far as.
But you
blacks.
think you think if rappers didn't stunt no more, like if they didn't flaunt jewelry and money and talk about how much they got, you think the consumers would still invest in their music?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's not all rap. I think that's like one part of rap, like
Yeah.
the flashy stuff. And then rap didn't really start off like that.
Nah,
So I
definitely
think-
didn't.
Nah, I think if the flashy and the jewelry wasn't there, because now people would be more focused on the words. Maybe we'll get an actual song with a story. You know what I mean? Not just you telling me about your wrist for freaking the whole song.
Yeah, every song.
Every
This
song.
is crazy.
Yeah,
That's why I like J. Cole, man. I just say like, 'cause
Cole.
he does it different. Like
He's true,
he makes songs that
I can
like,
only imagine what he's about to drop.
it's not quote unquote cool to make. You feel what I'm saying?
And he don't really even like.
And
I
he
like
don't
how
care
his whole
about-
style, his whole like.
He doesn't care what no one says.
Nothing.
But that's when you could. I think that happened. It wasn't like that in the beginning.
No, you're
it
right.
wasn't like that in the beginning. He ain't just come out like that. So he did like kind of build a fan base up on some like because he was competing with Drake at one point.
Facts.
At
He
one
was.
point they was neck and neck, and then I think after Born Sinner he kind of like bowed out gracefully, as far as competing in that sense. Him and Kendrick, I don't know really what's up with Kendrick, but
I think these guys are just, just hey man, chilling.
yeah, I guess you got your money, you chilling, but
Yeah.
I think he needs to be a little bit more active. Like
I definitely think he's up
we-
to something.
I think so too.
Kendrick is definitely up to something.
I mean, shit, he been going for a while.
I would be afraid the second I hear like new Kendrick Lamar, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
stopping
that's
everything.
That's a whole day right there.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
a whole
So
day for me. I ain't
knows?
To
gonna
have
lie.
that influence.
That's a whole day
Yo.
for me.
Kendrick Lamar,
You can
might
wait.
I think
come
he
out
know
with,
that.
like,
I think
That's what I'm saying.
Now that you just said that, and I realize, that would be a day for me.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
he knows people. Like I think he knows that. Like, yeah, that's crazy. Now, watch Kendrick Lamar Tuesday, right after we drop it. That shit gonna be
We gonna
Tuesday.
timestamp right here. We
Tuesday.
gonna-
That's dope.
I ain't got no inside information, man. But Capitol Hill, man, they locking motherfuckers up. What's going on in Capitol Hill?
Yeah,
Saj?
man, it's a lot of people. Like as far as even just people that got arrested, right? You got former mayors that was there.
People.
You have a 5-time Olympic medalist. You have a lawmaker from West Virginia. Like you got people that was in actually in the government politics that was there getting locked up from this stuff.
Yo,
Yeah, that's
That shows
sad.
a lot now.
did you see the mother of the guy who had the horns in the
I didn't see
face
the
paint
mother
on?
though. I heard like
She got on there. Because he got arrested, and she got on the news and said that he didn't eat for 4 days because he only eats organic food. Yeah, and he needs organic food and shit like that. Like it's crazy, man.
But what does that have
So,
to do
so
with
he's
him?
in jail going through it because he can't eat.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
That's too
all.
bad, man.
But yo, it's crazy. It seemed like that dude watched The Simpsons, right? He
and,
watched
and, and imitated it.
imitated it. Like
These people are idiots, man. These people not really that smart.
He's definitely.
These
they're
people
all
are
idiots.
idiots. These people not that
Bro,
smart,
they
man.
they literally social media'd themselves going to a government building, selfies. I mean, they were kind of, I guess they say let in, but still, I would have still been like, I ain't going in there. Like, I'm waiting for you outside. Like,
Yeah, man. Yo,
what?
Real quick though, before we even sign out, we gonna get to your video, man. You gonna introduce us to the video we got
man.
for you?
We got a group chat by myself and my boy Unicorn Killer Kurt Cobain. It's a
sir.
little Jersey Sound club going on.
Yeah, man.
And hope y'all
Get
enjoy.
turned. Get turned.
Let's get it.
That. Man, make sure y'all check my boy Chad Piff out, man. He
Seriously,
got that Jersey club sign. That shit
Yeah,
remind me of when I
Jersey.
was in 8th grade, man. Back in the day, they used to do the hill toe and shit like that. Back pop locking. That remind me of that shit back in the day. But nah, that was a big thing though.
It was.
That was a real big thing. Like, is that like a, is that stamped as a Jersey thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the like the heel toe and all that stuff is all like revamped and remixed. These
Yeah.
kids are heel toeing at the same time doing some other crap.
Other stuff,
Like,
yeah.
it's like a remix now.
Cause you got you got another joint you gonna play for us, right?
Yes, this joint right here is probably my number one song. It's called Mahogany.
Oh,
But before, listen, man, we gonna listen. Mahogany, this Chad Piff right here. But before we play the song, we gonna sign out, man. Listen, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Hot Society Podcast.
seriously,
Sir.
man.
Make sure y'all always hit that like button. Listen, with the like button, it help us in the YouTube algorithm. It help share the video, get it to more people, put on more people's timeline. So make sure y'all hit the like button along with the subscribe, notification, and all that. My boy Chad Piff, what's
Yes,
your
sir.
Instagram? It's
Chad Piff, Modern Day Hippie.
Modern Day Hippie. Make sure y'all hit Chad Piff up on Instagram.
Definitely,
I'm
man.
Be High Society, /24 High Society
man.
Podcast, man. Mahogany, check it out, Chad
We outta
Piff.
here. Shout out to
We out of here though. See y'all next week.
Hey.
To November or August. Baby, just dance on my sausage. Hippie trendy, feeling trippy. Hippie chick from Mississippi. She want me to play with her kitty. Told her come out to my city. Yeah. She gon' make me do it. Panties so wet, just drip like fluid. She know I get right to it. Come chase my agony, yeah. Come chase my agony. I'm chasing that green like Monopoly, yeah. Now she done got on the rope. Pulled up an ounce of the stroke. She said, all you Jersey boys are hoes. I just be talking to girls. I'm a trap prodigy. Jimi Hendrix biography. Practice monogamy. Now come touch mahogany. Come touch mahogany. Come touch mahogany. What it is. And what it is. I like the switch in your faucet. We have been on, you done lost it. Go to November or August. Baby, just dance on my sausage. Hippie trendy, feeling trippy. Hippie chick from Mississippi. She want me to play with her kitty. Told her come out to my city. Hey. Can't touch my agony. What it is. And what it is.